budget is not over, are they, if it is contracted and they're paying like an installment, then we find out like, you know, pay what they're funded. Which, I mean, well, well, you know, it's like, well, then you leave that with us so we can go to budget again. Well, they
from the same place.
Right,
Well, no,
but-
I want to get into a habit.
But you know, yeah, it's like, when you do a budget at home, I would hope that you like, you know, okay, put money aside for the roof, but I put money aside for this, like you, put the appropriate amount, not say like.
We don't know it's contracted.
Well,
Yeah, we don't know what they're gonna, what was this 18,000 spent?
That's why, instead of having a percentage, just tell me it's a contracted or uncontracted line.
Yeah, it should be.
And then, I mean, even while you're at it, I know, Carol, when Carol was our bookkeeper, for a while, she was writing like little notes and an extra margin to give an explanation of.
And that was very helpful.
It was, and then there was that transparency where you're like, oh, okay, yep, that makes sense, I can see it down here, or I can see it over here.
Yeah, so that's contracted, or we just, something happened and they had to spend a lot of money that won't happen again. You know, it's.
Kind of like what the farmers have to do, is we're for business. We are, we're from.
All right, copying, proposed budget is 8,800. It's a increase of 3,800 from what they're currently at with the budget this year for 5,000. They spent $10,761 in '24.
Why so much on coffee?
Yeah.
So we were probably under budget because of COVID. We probably were budgeting low because of COVID was online. And we just stayed out and then all of a sudden. I bring out for my students, especially kids with, you know, certain disabilities. You know,
So it's often
it does cover anything, toner and all that.
okay.
So is it a contracted line where they readjust their contract once again? We don't know.
They could have switched it. And if that's the case,
I do think it is contracted.
they spent 10,000.
And they're asking for less, so it doesn't sound contract.
Well,
Unless
unless the
they-
town contract, when the town redid their contract a few years ago when I was on the board, it actually became a lot more cost effective, the way they did their contract. And things were like a little screwy in the very beginning because the way the payments were and stuff, but it ended up being, I think, more cost effective and cheaper to do the contract.
Yeah.
But it just went.
So are we comfortable keeping it at 8,800 then? Or do we?
Yeah, I mean, they're,
If you guys have opinion, you gotta speak up.
Yeah, I'm good with the meeting.
Legally, they're one thing. The contracted transportation is budgeted for, proposed for 1,000.
Nothing's been spent.
Yeah.
it's probably if the kid needs to have like, you know, go to farming and we.
That's not very hard. Come on.
No, I don't know, I'm just trying to.
It's like if you need an extra driver or a kid is then not on the bus, needs an extra, it's like a safe work.
Because of
But it's not to be.
Okay,
I'm sure there's other areas we're gonna be cutting, so go ahead and keep it, and they can pull from there, I mean, unless I get, once again, reasonable explanations.
insurance.
Is the same good to the buses?
That's my guess.
Yes, and then, yes, budget growth.
1631 and 24. Currently budgeted at 1,500.
I think that is what it is. The
And-
school will put the same.
We're the same, yeah,
Okay.
and as, special ed cases go up, which they have, everything has to be mailed out, so. There's that. There too.
Printing proposed is 2,000. Spent 2,095 and 24.
That's, I mean, that's a ground cost, I know it's reasonable.
Yeah.
So keep it.
Okay. Tuition. So proposing 1,761,157. Currently budgeted at 1,937,882.
Must be a decrease in students.
And she's still always puts a buffer, so there's still gonna be a 2 kid buffer.
How many kids are they tuitioned for?
I don't know the numbers, they're definitely in minutes though, because this was asked, but I'm assuming our seniors, we have a handful, we must have a bunch of seniors graduating.
Or maybe
Yeah,
kids
like
that
a
don't-
few.
Or maybe it's kids that are going from the elementary to the junior high, and the junior high can
Yes.
give them what they need in house versus,
So whatever we're sending up there,
so this tuition is middle school, high school, okay.
yeah, so whatever we're sending there in 6th grade must be less than what
It
is
is.
graduating.
Cause it's the smallest
6th grade is the
class.
smallest class, yeah, so we must have a big graduating big class right now.
And it's all,
Alright. So we're comfortable with what they're proposing, or?
yes.
I know.
You can't say, you wouldn't have to, like,
Half
all
the
the
6th
buffer
grade
at
going
once.
half the 6th grade
Exactly.
This is gonna be.
I know, a tough one, but it went down, so. So is that what the new, they
That is
propose
with
the
the
new
yeah.
rate, and what's the new rate at?
Is staying the same.
Remember, like,
Ours is lower, it was 15 something.
yeah, I was gonna say that. It doesn't say that this.
But year one, the pupil tuition, is the same formula. I thought the actual number was in here, but it is the same as right now.
Okay, so the next line is travel, proposed at $850.
Who's getting money for travel?
I think if the teachers, Mr. Bronson or somebody's gonna go somewhere, you know, they can put it. Yeah. I don't think they go in places, and if they do, like if I travel for work, I don't ever put it in, it's more effort.
It's more of a hassle than
Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
effort to do the paperwork, so
You should always put it in your market, always.
I never
It's
do.
also 70 cents a mile too.
I think we can lower that, they haven't spent anything on it.
Okay.
I say 500.
I'm fine with that. Alright, so, general supplies, we're at 41,800.
Didn't she just, lose, seriously, am I losing money for the other
I don't know what's there, I don't know what my teachers are, so I can't speak for them, but I know it as a teacher, I really want it.
I'm seeing but 41,000.
Yeah.
50 on supplies after you spend extra money, you had tons of extra money left over.
They use some extra for supplies.
Alright.
Well, they spent 26,909. I think we cut that, yeah. So would you be happy with 30? Go there 30, go there 30, 35,
I'll go
35?
28.
I'm good with 30.
You want 30?
I think we're good with this.
Yeah.
Never go for first. I personally like the 30, I don't know how anybody else feels about it, other than Sarah.
I'm from testing materials and it's been everything on.
I don't know if we haven't spent money on testing materials, it could just be, yeah, so there's gonna be some years where there's certain kids that have, you know, they might need certain testing materials, some years.
So, is that like a contracted thing?
No,
It's not all like electronic now.
for some kids.
So, alright. Things been spent on it, but then it's
It could be the
Not
other
knowing
thing
what-
we needed, what it is, and more questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you wanna just put that on hold? Say we have more info?
I mean, I hate to cut it back and then,
Yeah.
nothing's been spent out of it.
It's now like,
Yeah, sure. Exactly. How often is that used? Yeah. So if you
We test every year.
oh yeah, every year.
Well, most of the testing materials is online, but not for everybody, not everybody can handle online.
Right.
Which is like-
Makes sense.
But it's understandable, but if they're not taking it out of that budget line, where are they taking it from?
Right, they just didn't probably see that.
Yeah, yeah, so the heat wasn't there at the time.
So then I think we can cut it back.
Yeah.
Nothing used. Yeah, there were 10,000 on the line.
So they can use that one. Sorry. So Janet is a trustee of the trust fund. I asked her about that repair line, that article. You technically can, you just obviously have to go through proper channels and request that money from her. So it doesn't necessarily have to come from that repair line. Like it would be paid for somewhere in the
What happens
budget.
if something has to be repaired, that comes up?
So what you would do is then, just like the town would do, is like you'd repair it, you'd do it, and then you would put in like a request for Janet to give the check,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to give her all the documents, and then she would get the check and give it back. So then that money would go back into,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense.
so, which is something like if you guys are asking for however much dollars yearly,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't recommend like draining it for, in case the other things are needed, but, I mean, it is for construction renovation repair, so it's for that use, so
Yeah.
I would say like utilize it, that's why you have that little savings account, because when it becomes to the point where there's like, amount of money where you can build a whole building, and there's something wrong, so you're not using it, like,
Alright, so Bonnie and Patty, you guys are 10,000 for the testing materials.
that's it, that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, with the testing materials, yeah. Without knowing that if it is or isn't.
Right, that's why I don't wanna go too low, but, I mean,
Yeah.
if they're not spending it, they're.
8,300, spent 28,282 in 24, and the current budget is for 23,000.
So I just have another question, so our budget that we're working off of now went to the default budget. So the numbers that we actually spend, is that because, did we go over an area default, how did they figure out each line to default?
Yeah, she does it the best way she can. So that we're not pulling funds from somewhere that's more needed than others.
Oh, so electricity.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, that's according to the usage, not really contracted, it's just, you know, shut the lights off and
Well, they're all, when you walk in, it lights up.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, they are.
and then when you're not in there, they're off.
So we'll just keep that up. What is that? Proposed budget of 15,000. Current budget is at 17,000 and we spent 13,920 in 24.
I would say keep it, because if you're close to 14,000, then I don't think you're locked in at a price.
What is that? It's for it's not like prices have dropped drastically or
I'm
anything.
hoping they will continue to go down, but they've probably unfortunately not that quick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, what do you wanna do that?
Yeah, because like they're running all their buses now too.
Do it too.
Weren't they short like before? At
Yeah,
one point,
we're
did they-
hoping for a third.
We have 2 big buses and then the little one.
Yeah. At one point we were.
And then there's a
like-
little car, a little
Yeah.
minivan.
Oh yeah, and we have the minivan. But do we pay for that? Is that in Middleton? or
It's a
is that-
Middleton minivan.
We bought it through Esser. Yeah, and then we bought another bus, so we have Dave's got a private bus.
Oh, yes, yep.
So
Pretty
if
big.
that third bus starts running again, then yeah, that transportation, I mean, that fuel line.
Has it not? Because you guys just got a new bus driver. Or you
Did
did?
we?
Well, there is a new bus driver, he's your neighbor.
it's my neighbor.
I knew
And
there
it's
was
something
one
we did
training.
well.
Offered his training.
I knew we had one training, so then hopefully that there's bus
Offered training, he's driving the minibus
For
right
Middleton
now. and
or for
He was just going up to Governor Whitman.
He was
He's
in a
not
big
going
bus
to go to
driver.
Rochester.
Carol's from the little bus.
So she
Yeah,
knows the
someone
Middleton.
else. He is Middleton.
He is. Cause he was just
He's driving
driving.
Middleton minibus.
No, Friday he was in the big bus.
Yes, he's been driving that.
But he's saying
Bringing kids from Rochester? Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, she knows what she's doing there, she must have already thought about that when she put a number in here, but, so, yeah.
But they are bringing another one as well.
I knew there was one training, cause
Yeah.
my kid said there was a training girl.
I just don't want to hit a budget crisis because they funded something or something like that.
Okay, so,
My kids don't take bus, so I don't know anything about that.
Neither do I. I wait. So we're keeping the fuel line, we're good with that?
I think we should.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, books and other printed media, proposed budget is 8,500. Same.
Yeah.
And then increase, but we only spent 7,000, a little over 7,000.
Is that because of the whole library teacher thing? Because for a while the kids didn't have access to their, that area.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's maybe not. Yeah.
I still don't see it going up over 85.
So are you guys good at keeping it 85?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't think we're gonna be doing much with it, we can drop it, but then,
We used almost all of it.
yeah, that's the problem. So I'd probably keep it.
Alright, computer media software.
Is that contracted?
It is, but they also have like licensing coming up. So she plans for renewals. Yeah, that must.
So it's pretty high, 750.
I'm good with that.
That's fine. Yeah, and then new equipment, 1,750.
I'm good with that.
What is that? Is that for like the Chromebooks and all that stuff?
Could be that,
PT,
car
equipment,
equipment, and things,
all the time.
like that. That could be
Replace, oh yeah, okay, so 3,000 proposed, current budget's 3,000, they spent just under 2,500 in '24.
I think that's reasonable.
Alright, replacement furniture is proposed for 4,000, budgeted current, there must be chairs or desks or.
Kind of like, well, why didn't you take advantage of that 2,000, it's very cost.
Exactly. Yeah, how could that happen?
The budget's gonna screw them, they won't really screw our kids.
Are you good with 2,000?
Yeah, but, I mean, they'll end up taking it from somewhere else, it's.
If we need it, they got needed. Right, dues and fees, proposed budget is 8,711, current budget is 5,150, and they spent 4,560 in 2024. Is that the CPA?
Nope, it's the school board did not vote this through, but it's there just in case that we joined the New Hampshire School Board Association again, like we did back in, we always have, we took it out of the budget 3 or 4 years ago, we took it out of the budget, and it's like training, ongoing training for school board members,
Did
so
they
that's-
actually go to it?
I always did, and then when we stopped, I didn't. It's in Concord, and I used to go with Andrea, so that's what that is, that's the increase is the possible of doing that for training purposes, but we.
Training purposes for who?
We voted, yeah, because it's on the table, we
Training.
have it, I used to always go, we took it out of the budget. And also like the school board association, if you go on there, you can find out more, the New Hampshire School Board Association offers legal advice, legal counsel, trainings, so I went to 2 trainings.
Was there an increase in the fees for that?
That, yeah, the increase would be joining. If we join, she put that in there, because we would join, but the
Fees.
right, the school board did not vote on it because we don't want to until we. But to me, I would vote it down, but I know we have 1, 2, very new members, who knows who's gonna be running, if they ever, so it's good to know, like I went twice, Andrea always went, Ken always went, so it's,
But they could go if they want to, they would just have to pay for it themselves.
no, you can't go.
Unless you're a member.
Right. Yeah, it's like a community thing, so that's what that is.
So it'd just be like the New Hampshire Women's School Association, is that how it pays for? And this is just like the school version,
for trainings
and like the NHMA is.
so like anytime there's like a new legislative, they'll have trainings on what it means and what it means for the school, what it means when it goes to the state, if it gets passed or if it gets turned down. So it's all like ongoing training for school board members. We always were a member, we took it. I went, I'm not.
So where's well, if you took it out, it's, money's been coming out of that line, budgeted or used, so.
Yeah, there's other stuff, in there.
What's the
I'm
other
just
stuff?
saying. Trying to think what other things you might have. I just know that's the increase, that's the reason.
Where do we get the school board members out of? Which ones?
Good question.
Let's see.
Is it just on the regular wages line?
Might be the weekly fees.
No,
it's tier level. Cause it's year 10 for us to be tuition.
Right,
free,
right, right.
So it's year 11.
So are we gonna hold off on the dues and fees, or?
Yeah, cause I wanna know what else is in there. Because I'll personally be honest with you, I don't feel comfortable paying the school board members. Don't
Well,
think.
that's why we didn't, that's why we
I don't,
didn't.
I don't feel as though you guys, after all of the other people that are board members, with the exception of the selectmen, which I don't know when we'll back to. I don't mind paying for you guys to go ahead and get your training done, I think that's important. I think all of the boards should have training available to them and paid for. But for me, and taxpayers to pay $200-something for you to meet every month, and then not be able to answer any questions.
So just, you can deduct that line, just, I would take the I would just keep it 0%, because I don't think the board, is expecting to even become a member again.
No, like, hear me,
I
I don't
hear
mind you guys becoming members, and I don't mind you guys going to training, I think that's important. And if anything, I think the money that you guys get paid should be going in your pockets, it should be going to your training, so you guys know how to make appropriate decisions and utilize and spend the taxpayers' dollars.
Yeah.
And not miss out on over $100,000 of,
That was
Great.
where my bubbles were dropping, I'm not going there, I am not going there, but, I will just get back to the line and, go from there.
So if that's the case, then
well, then zero it.
Well, there's dues and fees that have to come out of it, yeah.
But you don't know how much.
I
You
don't
can't
know
give us an
exactly what
to
comes
be
out.
honest, like, so I would keep it at the 51,
Whatever we spend, our dues and fees, that obviously,
or even at 5.
I would just like to know, I would like to know where that money comes.
what comes out of it, and it's on my list of questions.
And there's also the question of where
Our wages, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's wages, I guess.
Alright. I'm guessing it's well. Alright, so then what the next is the trust fund, but those are all.
can't mention those either.
Right, that's all. That's all part of the warrant articles? Yeah, what's there, okay, so we can vote on the warrant articles. Except for Article 1, because we still have to figure out the wages.
Well, Article 1 is the.
Or Article 2.
Article 2.
So we'll skip Article 2 for now, we'll pick up on Article 3.
You can do Article 1.
Yeah.
We don't have to vote on Article 1 though, because it's not budgetary.
Yeah.
So, skip 2 for now. Alright, back to you, Bill.
Yeah. Actually, it has to be, it has to be put on that.
Okay, so Article 3, to see if the Middleton School District will vote to approve the cost items included in collective bargaining agreement reached between the Middleton School Board and the Middleton Education Association. Year 2026 estimated increase is $76,154. Fiscal year 2027 is $50,308. 2028 is $61,006. And further to raise and appropriate the sum of $76,154 for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Such sum representing an additional majority vote with an estimated increase of 21 cents per thousand as a tax impact. School board recommends this article 5-0. All right. What do you guys?
I don't feel comfortable agreeing to it because we haven't gotten any facts of, that whole conversation we had in the first 30 minutes of our meeting. 50,000 plus the increase of the insurance. Is that where they're getting the 76? Based on the growth?
Bid,
Okay.
bid.
I'll give up. Oh, that's the vision.
So 3 and 1?
No, it's through two, there's something to vote.
And you're not voting?
I don't give up. That's the vision, don't give up.
No budget committee and planning board, you can vote on zoning, you can't.
I'll vote yay.
Alright, I don't want to do articles.
So what was, I'm sorry, what was the final vote on that?
Pretty great. Article 4, I don't think I have to read because it's not budgetary.
Oh, you don't have to do it?
Yeah, but it kind of is because of the,
Because of that one, you know, I'll read it, just in case, we'll cover ourselves, it's fine. Shall the Middleton School District, if Article 3 is defeated, authorize the governing body to call one special meeting at its option to address Article 3 cost items only, majority vote? I'm yay. Yay. Yay.
Good.
Sorry, I can't handle it, I can hear you guys.
So basically, if we don't like this, or so if it gets voted down, they can go ahead and do a special meeting.
and do it anyway.
And then have another election.
We would, you might just ignore it.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree with that, because they'll have to do something. And the townspeople will still have.
Yeah.
So we have Patty's, no, Lawrence, no.
The rest of us are yay. Okay. Article 5, shall the Middleton School District vote to raise and appropriate sum 6 to 12? Majority vote is an estimated increase of 28 cents per thousand as a tax impact.
Did we not have questions about that position, and like what they were doing?
Or we have a lot of questions.
Where the money was coming, where,
So, there's a lot, did you just read?
Article 5.
That's our first page, right?
No? Article 5.
It is so sick.
She has the
Structural
email,
renovation.
she has the email version, you have our copies, so it's just like,
Why don't we have, I mean, this isn't right, if we're not having the.
no, it's the same thing, except you guys.
I copy Article 5 on the bottom of the central last page.
Yeah. No, there's no actually no Article 5 on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, on the second page.
That's the third page.
No, it's not on the stuff that we it's on the stuff that.
Third page, yes, you're right.
I don't think everybody says.
So, article, she's on, we just took that one, so they're on, it's article 6 on here. Woo, sorry guys.
we're on the same page.
I know that we had asked about that one, was it the last meeting?
We talked about the last two school board meetings, so you probably would talk about it in here. I think I did see it in minutes, but, so. This is a tough one. So special ed is only increasing because of COVID. So this position is called a diagnostic prescriptive teacher. It's called, every other school in the district has one. And we don't have one that is just a DBT. We have Mrs. Cleach, who's a special ed teacher, acting as a DBT, and a DBT secretary. So she's doing like 3 jobs. So this position would help with Ms. Cliche would stay with the 1 K through 5 special ed. This position would do 6 through 12.
Who's been taking care of these kids right now?
This is Cliche doing K6, and then, the DPTs at the middle school and the high school are doing the kids now, but they're becoming, there's just more and more of them.
But
So
we're paying someone.
our special ed line, right, so we're gonna have to increase our special ed line. This could go either way, like, we voted for it in favor of it because it's special ed, it's hard to not vote in favor of anything special ed. Because those kids need the extra attention, they need that. Do I think we can get away without it for a few more years? Yes.
So I guess I'll ask this. Who is taking care of our kids in those people?
Our RSA, part of our contract with them.
Why, and so why
You know,
are
and it's
we?
coming out of two, I don't remember if it was a school meeting, remember that, or at actually here, it's coming out of 3 different lines.
It is, it's, yeah,
That they couldn't tell, where, how,
The services that would come out of the service line, you're right, she did say that. It depends on the type of, what that service is.
you can tell us cost of each of those lines.
So,
Right,
should we see where we're going to take it from here, here, and here? We're now gonna take that money, and we're gonna put it in this line, so we have this dedicated person. So are those 3 lines, are we now going to see a decrease?
Yes. I don't know by how much though, because like she said, we didn't.
And so we
did
don't
not
even know what
that.
lines it is to
It's
monitor.
various lines. Well, you would get that if this went through, you would get that. Like,
But,
this
but
person.
here's the big thing. We have to pass it to see it. Do you not see, like, you can buy a house
Yeah.
without having an inspection and know what the inspection says.
We all are iffy.
I know, they're stupid.
We're
but
all
it's
iffy on this, and this person would travel between Middleton, Kingswood Middle, and Kingswood High School.
So what did the school board vote on?
We voted for it because it's special, it's
So you
special
voted,
ed.
so once again, you made a decision without getting all the facts.
Well, we have,
Money is still going into those other 3 lines, probably.
Right
we
now.
voted, we know the need's there. We know the need is there.
But
Now
you
you
know
know
that
she's
here,
paying
we're
back
putting more
to
money
the
at
boys.
something, and we're not monitoring exactly where that money is going to. So the kids will hurt eventually, in some ways, if we are not responsible for where it's sending.
But she
Like,
did
I'm
say
on board.
But she wasn't sure, she didn't have that information.
And now you're putting somebody like me who has a child in special ed, who receives special ed services, and I'm pro giving kids what they need to be successful, be responsible.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
She's in.
Crystal's yay.
So 4 to 1.
Alright,
Article 6, to see if the Middleton School District will vote to raise appropriate up to the sum of $75,000 to be added to the construction renovation repair fund previously established. This sum to come from the June 30th, 2025 fund balance available for transfer on July 1, 2025. No amount to be raised for taxation.
So right now, in the capital reserve fund, you have $288,372. According to,
Yes. And I would say I have to look for some things. So again, that's just what's left over. And we don't.
75,000 is what we did in last year, correct? That's not sure.
It's, yeah, but we,
Do you know how much it's?
we're seniors rep.
I'm sorry, that I missed those.
it is $288,372.
Let's take a vote. Patty?
construction. This can be used towards the whole budget, so this is not really taken on. So it can't, so when the time comes, because they poorly planned the building, like, you did that not every time,
It was all part of it.
I know you would, I know
I
you're
didn't
right.
even live here. Oh, no, I didn't live here, but I did.
So, but when the time comes, if they need a mobile school, like, that, we can't have reserve, can't be used, so we'll come out of the taxpayers again.
Probably, it could not have been used for a mobile network, because it was considered, construction.
And yet there are other cities that are building stadiums and stuff out of that for its students. Yeah.
Alright, so we can.
That's
Yeah, I mean, you're on that because we're gonna have to be doing something soon.
2, yes, 3, yay, nay,
Yay.
yay.
Yeah. Can we say yes and no to every?
Yes.
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 I think everyone says.
So everybody is yes.
okay.
Do we have to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, do we have to document the person that's not, like the people that aren't here in attendance as like absent or any of that when we vote? We've never.
I don't think so.
You're gonna vote if you're not here.
We didn't do it last year.
Okay, just questioning.
Yeah.
That's how we're voting.
Okay, Article 7 is to see if the Middleton School District will vote to raise and appropriate up to the sum of $5,000 to be added to the bus capital reserve fund previously established. This sum to come from the June 30th, 2025 fund balance available for transfer on July 1.
Buses, oh, I don't think that's.
142,000. 142.
Yeah. How old are our buses
We
now?
have 2 new ones for the SR, we have 2 that are like 2014, which,
The ones that's from this home.
no, we got the one that I here. So, they are about $98,000 a piece.
But you don't see us needing one.
I don't see us needing more than one.
So 5,000 would be.
I think it's sufficient.
So I'm sure 42,000 already
I think
there.
it's sufficient. We might need to raise it next year or the year after.
Alright, let's take a vote.
Yes.
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 Article 8 is to see if the Middleton School District will vote to raise and appropriate up to the sum of $7,000 by no amount to be raised from taxation.
And there's 366 in there.
366.
One out of district kid would eat up about 125 at least. Or, that's just the tuition.
And then
and
it's
busing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, other things to go with that.
That's right.
For my nephew's busing, he was at about 150 or more, and that was like 2 years ago.
So maybe more was that.
I mean, they're down to now.
We have one out of district student now, just one, but behaviors are declining, so.
How much are we proposing with criteria?
7, which have changed that.
Here it says that. Oh. Wait a minute. This, that's construction. No,
I'll start that.
this,
Yeah.
education.
Are you guys ready to vote?
Yep.
Patty?
Yes.
Bonnie? Yes. Crystal? Yes.
Yes.
I'm just questioning, is it enough? I'm sorry.
Well, no, that gets questioned every year.
That
so-
could be raised,
That is what we're at.
yeah.
So.
It used to be 10. We used to put in maybe 12.
So the only reason why I say this is because at least like last year where there was like 80,000 put back into the general fund, all that money that goes back into the general fund, I hate when it goes back to the general fund because it's held hostage there until somebody makes a decision of what to do with it versus if it's obviously not gonna get utilized stabilizing the budget, let it go to a fund that is gonna end up being needed.
I probably would, if you're gonna do that, I would probably put it into construction.
I don't think we can make any change on it.
You can't. No, but she's talking about deliberative.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
if you're gonna
that's-
speak up about it during deliberative, I almost would say put it, push it up in construction with.
It's,
The behaviors are bad, the behaviors are bad,
but it's not just behaviors, it's, you know, all it takes is one child that has special needs that cannot be
but
provided
they're
here.
both, I mean, they're both need to push school,
So I guess I'll say yes, and then I'll just bring it up in deliberative.
I'm not sure that I have the next one, because they don't have,
$1.
Yeah, they don't have,
Wasn't there a tuition agreement signed last spring?
between
School
Ken,
board,
Ken and Scott, and then, yeah, so it's staying the same for next year.
But that was 5 years, wasn't it?
10. They're not, it's not staying the same for 5 years. It's staying the same next year. It is staying the same next year, but I would ask for that at deliberative. Again, I have information in non-public. I would ask for that. I have that in non-public, so I know it's not changing for this project.
I don't know that I would necessarily be comfortable voting on those anyways, because there is no dollar amount, so I don't know.
I do.
But there's no dollar number, so
I know
I
what
don't
you're
think,
saying.
I know,
as
like,
budget committee, I don't think we need to vote.
I questioned it, but
It's gonna cost us something, we should go down to the process.
and I did question that, and I looked to see where that information was, and it's still not public, so. But I'm assuming come deliberative is gonna have to be on the table.
Right. But I mean, why would you have this in a warrant article? Talking about
That again, that's all
tuition
done,
agreement,
it's all
but
done
you're not
by
putting
orders.
how much the
That's
tuition
not up to
is.
me, that's all done by orders, and I can't change
Right,
that.
but that doesn't sound like a fair vote if you don't have the information.
But that's, I think that's why she's saying we're not voting on it.
And it's one of those gray areas, because it is a budgetary thing, we just don't know if it's gonna cost us, you know?
No, we should vote for it.
But I do know next year, for next year's budget is not changing.
That's ridiculous.
So we didn't have a good for that information.
We're not gonna be able to see these things are done there in public hearing before the deliberative, I'm kind of post for one.
So, and this is where, and I know it's not you, Crystal, because you're just one person, but you can go back and share that they put us in this situation, like if they don't like what, and I'm sick and tired of hearing, if you don't vote in our thing, our kids are gonna get a crap education. I'm sick of this scare tactic.
Well, I do know,
So they're gonna leave, if they're gonna leave, they're gonna leave, and don't get me wrong, the teachers that I've come into contact with, I really do,
I love them.
I love them, I've had great experiences thus far, but they have to understand what
Yeah.
their superiors are doing to them. The superintendent, principal, and everybody that's involved with the budget, they are the ones that are creating this law.
I hate to.
I know, let's just go through this, but I say no.
We gotta get this stuff done. So,
I mean, I personally emailed the superintendent and the principal and invited them to come tonight. They don't wanna show up, well, guess what? I'm gonna show up deliberative as well as everybody else, and they're gonna hear it. And when they don't like the pitchforks and torches, then wake up.
alright, you guys ready? We're gonna go right back to the wages.
I don't see how we're supposed to vote on something that we don't pay any of this on. So,
What's the ramifications if we don't vote on it?
one of the warrant articles, so we should just vote against. Well, we have to have numbers, yeah, it's already been voted on once, right?
So they're proposing $1,489,130
we're gonna get screwed over. Crap goes downhill and the wrong people get screwed. And then the union teachers, because they're union, will get it because it's in their contract, and then everybody else suffers. But then I have to say to them is this, well, good luck teaching to 17 to 25 kids by yourself with no parents.
And that's why we
good luck
have a
if
special
they-
meeting, if we have a special meeting, if it doesn't get voted on.
But once again, all the non-union people will get screwed. And then our kids end up getting screwed
Well, you can't,
because,
you have to have the parents. Like, you can't,
well,
you cannot have them.
can't hold them by gun and make, so I'm abstaining from it because I haven't been given the proper information to make an appropriate decision.
But we have to put a number on that because our budget goes
Yeah.
on the ballot. So, we have to have a number on it. So I say we go to the default budget.
So that's the, right, so that would be that, cycle and stay the same. So they charge, show you it, stay the same.
Kathy never emailed me this year.
Okay, so if we go with the default budget for the wages line, then that means that FICA will stay the same at $97,026, NHRS will stay the same at $181,580. Unemployment would be $27.90. And then, what workers' comp would be the $44.32. And then, are you guys all good with those numbers?
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, they have the federal fund and the food service fund. 69,000 for federal, 60,000 for the food, so, we get,
Yeah.
that, so.
And we also had the question of coffee. Did we ever figure that out?
I haven't emailed, but. Is it contractor for this town? The water company?
Yeah.
Contractor for us.
So that would bring our total to $5,585,452.
Slow down.
Sorry. $5,585,452.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
So it's literally right in the key.
Yeah.
Sorry, how many for your son?
My things aren't working right now. Alright, so I'll read Article 2 now then. Shall the Middleton School District raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations / special warrant articles and other appropriations? So then I can take out those on very much, right? Because this does not include any of those. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out. Give me a second, guys, sorry. So then our total would be 5 million. Sorry, guys.
232.
3, 3, 3. 2, 3, 2. Okay. We'll try that. 5, 3, 3. Alright, so Article 2, shall the Middleton School District raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations as special warrant articles and other appropriations voted separately. The amount set forth on the budget posted with the warrant, or as amended by vote, the first budget shall be $5,599,854, which is the same as last year, with certain adjustments required by previous action of the Middleton School District or by law, or the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 4013 X and XB1 to take up the issue of a revised operating budget only. Note, this warrant article operating budget does not include appropriations requested in any of the other warrant articles. The Middleton School Board recommends $5,657,274 by a vote of 500. The Middleton Budget Committee recommends $5,333,250. 5 to 1. Yep. Estimated tax impact on $5,657,274 is an increase of $1.12 per thousand, resulting in an estimated tax rate of $10.70. So, now we have to vote on the whole article itself now. Okay. On the yeah, so we have to vote on the whole article too now, but I hate the way it's on both. Yeah, it is confusing because it's if we vote for it, we're voting for the school's proposed budget. So, yeah.
So we should be saying, you guys should be saying no to the whole article, I'm saying
Okay.
yes to the whole article.
Okay.
Nay.
No. No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
5, 1.
2, 4.
I'm gonna close the public hearing because I could have closed it at 7:30. That's done and over with. I believe we got everything done for the school board. We have a public hearing next Monday, the 27th at 6:30 over at the municipal building for the town budget. That's how it's scheduled for now.
Everybody see the
If-
budget beforehand.
If we don't have the budget, I suggest we still meet, maybe not as a public hearing, but at least we can look at the numbers and kind of see where we are all at. And then we are scheduled for our public hearing on February 3rd at the municipal building.
So we have a hearing, Monday, we're all meeting at the same time, how can we have a meeting or a hearing or anything?
Well, so I'm saying, if we can still meet at 6:30 Monday over there, not have, not do the public hearing, but we can at least start coming up with our own thoughts for this past fiscal year. To see where they're at. We won't know where they are at with raises or anything like that. I mean, I know one position got 14% raise, obviously that's not gonna be across the board. So I mean, it's something it would be worth meeting and trying to discuss numbers, see where we are at and everything, and then on the following Monday, have their numbers and make our final.
Just think you guys get this.
Just getting those numbers together as well as the water.
Yeah. How many more articles do you guys have?
Off the top of my head, I can tell you,
There's a lot.
I want to say it's probably about 18, 19 that I can remember.
The planning board has about 12.
So,
But those are going on the ballot.
I want to say it was probably around 18 or 19
and effective at the end of this meeting, once we conclude,
So
so
we're gonna go full.
hopefully we have a quorum on Monday, yeah, it's fine.
Anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah, maybe volunteers. So, thank you, Bonnie, for 10 years or so, I don't know how you did it, but